Hey everybody, I hope you guys are doing super well. For those of you who are new here, welcome. My name is Jay. For those who are old timers, welcome back. Nice to see you again. So today's video is all about sunscreens. It is the time of year when the sun is out. It is finally summer. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like it took forever for it to get here, and it's finally here. So that means that we should be dousing ourselves from head to toe in sunscreen. And if you are at all like me, sunscreens aren't necessarily that easy to find. There's so many things that can go wrong with the sunscreen: pilling, looking really dry, having that like white cast. And so I want to share with you a couple of sunscreens that I have fallen in love with and really, really like. There's a couple that are my absolute favorites. Oh, my cat is here. She will probably be back. So yeah, let's start with a couple chemical sunscreens. Then I want to transition you over to a couple mineral sunscreens that I have found to be really, really wonderful. So chemical sunscreens. These sunscreens actually get absorbed into your bloodstream and protect you from like the inside out, whereas physical sunscreens sit on top of your skin and act as a physical barrier. So from my understanding, there's no real like pro and con. Really, it's about preference. I personally tend to ideally go for mineral sunscreens because I like the idea of things not being absorbed into my bloodstream. Just feels wiser. And in the same breath, there's nothing wrong with a chemical sunscreen either. People have been using them for eons and they work. So a couple of favorites for facial sunscreens that are chemical. So the first is this La Roche-Posay Anthelios 50 SPF Ultra Fluid Invisible Finish Sunscreen for sensitive skin. This is a fluid. It's super duper runny. I'll show you what it kind of looks like. So really runny, really thin, but what's nice about that is that it really just goes on like nothing. It absorbs really easily. It leaves a nice healthy glow, and it does not feel ultra oily or uncomfortable. It just is like a really great sunscreen for when you are kind of going for like a no makeup vibe, maybe like a little concealer. I will say that sometimes when I put a proper foundation over top of this, it can pill a little bit. So I wouldn't recommend it for those of you who are heavy makeup wearers. But if you're just popping on a little bit of concealer, this is a great one to just give you like a healthy, sunny glow. This one you can find in Canada, it's at Shoppers. You can find it kind of anywhere. Around $38, I believe, and easily accessible. So if you're in a jam too, it's a great one to just go grab and pick up. Just have it handy. This is a wonderful one. The next chemical sunscreen that I will show you is this one by Beauty of Joseon, which is I'm sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly. It's a Korean skincare line, and they have a wonderful sunscreen. This is the Relief Sun Rice and Probiotics SPF 50 plus, and it's PA+++++, which I think is the highest rating in terms of protection in the Korean ranking scale. So this one is a little bit thicker. You will see kind of the texture here, a bit more like your kind of typical body sunscreen texture almost. So it has a bit more thickness to it, a bit more emollient, spreads a lot further. It's like really nice and will cover a lot. You don't need a ton. Really love this one, and this one sits beautifully under makeup as well, and it doesn't pill. So really best of both worlds. The only difference is this one's not as readily available, so you can't just like pop into a store and grab it. You have to order it online, but reasonably priced. So I found this for around $23, and that's pretty decent for a tube like this. I will post the link in the bio just so you have it, but reasonably priced, really lovely. Again, a chemical sunscreen, but really wonderful if it doesn't bother you that it's chemical. The next chemical sunscreen that I'll talk about is actually one that I do use. So I'm really bad at reapplication. Technically, you should be reapplying every couple of hours, but when you have your makeup done and you're like set for the day, it is challenging to want to go back in there and like put sunscreen back all over all the makeup that you've done. So this is a really nice, easy way to just like spritz a little sunscreen on and feel like you've gotten your reapplication done. This is it's the Sun Bum Face Mist, Refreshing Face Mist Sunscreen, Broad Spectrum, SPF 45. The only thing about this one, again, it's lovely. The spray is really like fine. And you're like, I'm done, I've reapplied. But I will say that it has quite a strong scent. It's got like a banana-y kind of scent, and it does have a bit of a chemical-y scent. So it really is one of those where you gotta weigh the pros and cons. Are you, if you really can't do the scent, don't do this one. It will be too much for you. But if you don't mind and you're like, you know what, it's gonna go away in like 5 minutes and I rather have the reapplication, this is a great one for you to keep in mind. This one I found at Target for 18 US and I found on well.ca for 22 Canadian, so something to consider. And now let's move on to my favorites. So I found 2 mineral sunscreens that are just phenomenal, like chef's kiss, so good. Do we still say chef's kiss? I don't know, whatever, chef's kiss. Let's talk about the body sunscreen first. So I found this Sol de Janeiro Rio Radiance SPF 50. I actually found it when I was in Vegas and I had taken a mineral SPF and I hated it. I hated it so much. I think it was the Blue Lizard. It was just like so, made me dry. It took forever to get off. I had to like scrub myself in the shower till I was like red. It was just like so not pleasant. I would swim, I'd come out, I'd have like white streaks down my legs. It was just so bad. So I went to Sephora and I found this and it was just released and it is amazing. So it does have, you still do have to rub it in a little bit. This is kind of what the texture is like. But once you do, I'll show you, it really rubs in well. It leaves a bit of an illuminating kind of glow and it really just does like disappear. Like it's amazing. And it's the mineral sunscreen for your body that I found that has the most slip to it. Some of them are really chalky. If you've tried them before, you know what I mean. This one does not have that. So this is SPF 50, 100% mineral, Rio Radiance, so good. And actually right now it is on sale at Sephora for $40-ish. So run, grab it. You will be so happy that you tried it. It's so good. Especially if you tried mineral sunscreens in the past and have not been impressed. The last one is the Piece de Resistance, so good. It is the Mineral Unseen Sunscreen by Supergoop. If you have tried the Unseen Sunscreen in the past, it's kind of like a clear, silicone-y feeling product. This is not that. It's white and it has a very fluffy whipped texture. It's SPF 40, so a little bit lower than some of the others, but the product itself is just so amazing. I will show it to you. So it comes out, it's kind of like a whipped texture. And as you rub it in, you do have to work it in. Like with mineral sunscreens, you do have to work them in. But once you do, it just disappears. Your makeup lays beautifully on top of it. It's like it's not even there. It's so fantastic. You won't even realize you're wearing sunscreen, which is very impressive for a mineral sunscreen. And I have tried tons of them. Before I move on to that, I will say this one is a little bit expensive. So it's around $55. I'm gonna add a link. Hard to find in Canada. I got it in the States as well. This one you can get in Canada, this one you can't, but I found it on Revolve for around $55. And honestly, it's so worth it. If you want a sunscreen that you are gonna wear and not dread, this is it right here. As I was saying, I have tried Blue Lizard, I have tried the Sun Bum mineral sunscreen, I have tried SkinCeuticals, I have tried so many mineral sunscreens and they just have not worked. These two are like game changing, have totally changed my experience of sunscreens and I love them so much. So run out and grab them, they are so great. I'm gonna link everything in the bio. Hopefully you found this video to be helpful. Stay safe this summer, stay protected, and have so much fun. Enjoy the sun while it's here. At least in Vancouver, summer feels like it's very short. So enjoy it while you can, and I will see you guys in the next video. Let me know if you have any comments, questions, recommendations. I love to hear from you guys. It's my favorite thing about this channel is hearing from you guys in the comment section. So hit me up. I'd love to chat, and I will see you guys soon. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye.